Greetings, I am Achak, and this is my notarized statutory claim that was delivered to the IRS on May 18, 2021 of the Gregorian calendar. I, Christopher Antonio Archer, now known as Achak Eil, a top 10 indigenous flesh and blood Nubian male of Meharan descent, claiming to quote the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, Constitution of the Oxyota Nation of Yamasee Moors, Presidential Proclamation 7500, HJR 194, SCON Res 26, HJR 3, American Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, 2 Stat 153, Title 8, USC 876, IRS Mission Statement that I am not a decedent. IRS Manual 21.7.13.3.2.2. I am alive and not dead. 1540 Statutory by Trust Act. 1666 Statutory by Trust Act. 1707 Statutory by Trust Act. I want the record to be held in your computer database, which may list me as deceased to be changed to alive and living. According to IRS Manual 21.7.13.3.2.2, an infant is the decedent of an estate or grantor, owner or trustor of a trust, guardianship, receivership, or custodianship that has yet to receive an SSN. Declaration of assumptive death is a fiction. GR number 160258, Republic of the Philippines versus Gloria Bermudez Loreno. I have a SSN, so by the IRS Manual 21.7.13.3.2.2, I am not a decedent. Black's Law Dictionary, page 435, decedent, a noun, a dead person, especially one who has recently died. I am no longer and cannot be held liable for A, maritime liens being enforced against me, and B, securities being taken out of the estate. All maritime liens being enforced against me, I hereby claim invalid, null and void, ab initio, nunc pro tunc, see Libra Code Article 3, 31, and 38, and Regulations Article 45, 46, and 55 of the Hague Convention for October 18, 1907. I am the infant who does have a social security number, which makes me the beneficiary of this trust. The social security number and the name vest within me, and a top 10 indigenous living Nubian male of Meharan descent. Being that the IRS works in admiralty, the IRS, according to its own code, can no longer enforce any maritime liens against me, as I have now claimed I am not lost at sea, nor am I a decedent/vessel in commerce. 1707 Statutory by Trust Act, UK. This is my notarized statutory claim that was delivered on May 18, 2021 of the Gregorian calendar. This is the new IRS mission statement emphasizes taxpayer service. The new statement is simple and direct. The IRS mission is to provide America's taxpayers top quality service by helping them understand and meet their tax responsibilities and by applying the tax law with integrity and fairness to all. This is IRS Manual 21.7.13.3.2.2, where it states an infant is the decedent of an estate or grantor, owner or trustor of a trust, guardianship, receivership, or custodianship that has yet to receive an SSN. This is the Social Security, United States of America Order of 1997, and this order is to make provisions for the modifications of the Social Security Administrations Act of 1992 and the Social Security Contributions and Benefits Act of 1992, so as to give effect to the supplementary agreement on Social Security made between the governments of the United Kingdom, Great Britain, Northern Ireland, and the United States of America. This attachment, referenced by Stephen Kimball Amos Jr. during the trial of James and Sharon Patterson, Case 697-CR-51, William Wayne Justice, Judge of the United States District Court, Texas Eastern Division, when presented with law stated, I take my orders from England. This is not a law this court goes by. This is the Statutory Act of 1666, and this is the Statutory Act of 1707. The Statutory trusts are created upon certain presumptions specifically designed to deny forever the child any rights of real property, rights to be free, or any right to be known as a man or woman rather than a creature or animal by claiming and possessing their soul or spirit. This attachment is the Pope apologizes for Catholic Church's offenses against indigenous people, where he says, I humbly ask forgiveness for crimes committed against the native peoples during the so-called conquest of America. This is House Res 194, where they apologize for the enslavement and racial segregations of African Americans. This is the apostolic letter issued motu proprio of the Supreme Pontiff Francis on the jurisdiction of judicial authorities of Vatican City, State, and criminal matters. This is the Holy See, message of His Holiness Pope Francis for the celebration of the World Day of Peace on January 1st, 2015, where he says, so that in the light of God's word, we can consider all men and women no longer slaves, but brothers and sisters. This is AG Res 2888, American Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, ADRIP, adopted at the third plenary session held on June 15, 2016. This is from the Holy See Press Office, Bolentino Sala Stampa della Santa Sede. The Pope greets representatives of indigenous peoples participating in the third forum held by the International Fund for Agricultural Development, IFAD. This is from The Guardian, where the Pope says indigenous people must have the final say about their land. This is from the book Behold a Pale Horse by Milton William Cooper. The following statement was made by Mr. Carl B. Ricks of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, former president of the American Bar Association, before a Senate subcommittee which was hearing testimony on the proposed Bricker Amendment. It was entered into the House record by Honorable Lawrence H. Smith, Wisconsin, on May 11, 1955. This is from the United States Department of Justice, the offices of the United States Attorneys, who also adhere to the same race and ethnicity codes as the IPEDS and the NCES and the CDC, and it also states that a SF-181 must be completed by all new employees. If you would like to change your status from black to white, you can contact Chief Nanya Shaabu Eil of the Achak Nation of Yamasee Moors at aspwebinar@protimemail.com at the White Time webinar at 7 p.m. Eastern Time every Monday. Ab-initio, white power, white power.